It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a very interesting theory, which we're going to be calling the red carpet event theory, which suggests all of the actors who showed up at the event other than the main cast are somehow going to be returning characters. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. We're talking about The Ones Who Live red carpet event. We have some pictures right here, and there were definitely some actors who showed up who are not in this series. Josh McDermott, who plays Eugene, Steven Yeun, who played Glenn, Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon, Chandler Riggs, who played Carl, Carrie Payton, who plays King Ezekiel, and Lenny James, who plays Morgan. And the theory is that all of these actors will be returning, and we're going to see, in some way, shape, or form, Eugene, Carl, Glenn, Daryl, Ezekiel, and Morgan at some point. Now, there are a lot of things to consider, but I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts about this. I think this is a cool theory, and there's definitely a lot of things that are supporting it as far as if we look at different characters and what they've teased and everything. But with that said, I think it might be a little bit of a stretch, and it might be just overthinking it a little too much. However, we're going to go into it assuming that these characters are going to be returning. Of course, the two characters that will have to return in either a dream sequence or flashback are the characters that are dead, like Carl. Of course, there's a lot of focus on the character of Carl in The Ones Who Live already. We have Rick talking about Carl all the time and everything. So I think that it's not entirely out there that he will return in some shape or form, especially if we consider that Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes, was really invested in the story that the two had as far as Rick and Carl. And he was really mad when Carl was killed off. So I could definitely see this as a possibility that they're gonna be bringing him back in some sort of a dream sequence or flashback scene. Most likely a dream sequence like the one we saw with Rick and Michonne already. We might even see a situation where we have that scene that keeps playing Rick's dream with Carl being a little kid, but it'll be a grown Carl instead. That would be something interesting if they end up doing something like that. But of course, with Glenn, I think that's also a possibility. And one thing that I keep thinking about is in Rick's final episode, that scene, that dream sequence, which had Sasha in it, was supposed to be for Glenn. They ended up not doing that because the actor wasn't available. So I could see it as a possibility that they might want to do something with Steven Yeun and the Glenn character now that he has a little bit of time to take part. As far as the others, I mean, if, and this is a big if, but if Michonne and Rick end up going back to Alexandria at some point at the end of the series, or possibly even Commonwealth if they find out about Commonwealth, then it's definitely a possibility that both Eugene and King Ezekiel will be there, because those two are really the two characters that haven't gone anywhere as far as we know. There are others as well, but these two for sure. So yeah, there's a very good chance that if Rick and Michonne go back home, that we'll see at least Eugene and Ezekiel. Now, as far as Morgan is concerned, of course, there's been a lot of hints and teases and rumors of Morgan returning. Of course, there was this mysterious character who will show up in the next episode, and that could definitely be Morgan. So as far as Morgan is concerned, there's also a very good chance that we might see Morgan as well. But last but not least, Daryl Dixon. Of course, Norman Reedus was at the event, but in this case, I think this is more of he was there to support rather than being there because he's going to be a part of the show. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he is not back home. So because of that, and the fact that he's not even in the United States, he's back in France, it makes it extremely unlikely in terms of the timeline to show up and actually take part in the show. Unless he's there for a dream sequence or a flashback scene. That would be interesting, and it could be something they end up doing. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.